What's up, SNA fans? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the wrestling news video on May 20th, 2024, where I'm going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories, rumors that you SNA fans need to know from the Sportskeeda article. Make sure to watch until the very end because we might be reading to some very intriguing, very news in the world of professional wrestling. Let's start off with some Uncle Howdy news now, as Uncle Howdy and Bray and the Wyatt Six might target major champion, says WWE analyst at the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view. And it says WWE analyst Sam Roberts believes Uncle Howdy and the rest of the Wyatt Six faction can appear at King and Queen of the Ring. And he speculated that they might target Cody Rhodes after his match against Logan Paul. And he did predict it that they could show up at the pay-per-view because whilst they keep raining heavily with these QR codes and in these WWE website video mysteries, like if they're not building things up to this pay-per-view. But anyways, I believe that's all of our predictions. And anyways, yeah, this is where we got the American Nightmare will defend his undisputed WWE Championship against the current United States champion at Logan Paul at King of the Ring Premium Live event this coming Saturday. Meanwhile, WWE has been teasing the return of Uncle Howdy and the rumored debut of the Wyatt Six faction. Many believe they will appear at the upcoming Premium Live event in Saudi Arabia. On his Not Sam Wrestling podcast, Roberts said Rhodes could defeat Logan Paul clean before being targeted by the return of Uncle Howdy and his Wyatt Six faction. He claimed the potential angle could lead to a storyline between the American Nightmare and the new stable. He said, "Now, if the Uncle Howdy crew is coming at King and Queen of the Ring, I've got to believe it's going to be a main event thing. And it feels like an evil force to me. It doesn't feel like good, guys. The way Bray was not quite evil, you know, like what I mean." He was getting dark, but he hadn't quite gotten there. He was kind of a baby face. So I think that Cody will be their target, he said. And he added, and I feel like now this gives us the opportunity that Cody can beat Logan Paul clean. And then while he celebrates, that's when he can get boom, boom, boom. All the lights can go off. Kind of one section at a time, and we can do our thing, and that's when this new stable can finally show themselves, and we can maybe build a program with Cody, which is on this is on article 3428 to 3522. And while Sam Roberts believed the American Nightmare can be Wyatt Six's first victim, he thinks Cody Rhodes having a program with Uncle Howdy's faction may have a negative side. The 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 40-year-old pointed out that since the potential rivalry would end with the undisputed WWE champions victory, Wyatt Six might be directionless like after losing their first major program. And he also continued by saying, "Now, like that does make me feel a little bit uh, iffy, like because I don't think you're gonna take the title off of Cody anytime soon. And if this means that Cody's gonna beat them in their first major program, it always make me nervous about where it's gonna be. But I'm willing to let them cook," he said. Wrestling veteran Matt Morgan is also concerned about how the company would translate the Wyatt Six supernatural character work work into the ring. It would be interesting to see whether they will succeed in doing so. But what is your thoughts on the Wyatt Six could make the returns at King and Queen of the Ring, and most importantly, do you think that they're going to have Cody Rhodes as their first target victim, or do you think they're going to do it for somebody else, perhaps that's like more of a faction than a solo character? I mean, don't get me wrong. We could see Randy Orton could be on the eight for Cody Rhodes, along with Kevin Owens whenever he gets back from his injuries, and a couple other singles baby faces that comes together that's friends with Cody Rhodes can face the Wyatt Six with the likes of Joe Gacy, Bo Dallas, as Uncle Howdy, of course, and Dexter Loomis and Eric Rowan, the returning Eric Rowan, which we could possibly see them against the likes of Cody and Owen, Orton, and another guy that's a babyface, which I think it could be L.A. Knight. That's what it could be, L.A. Knight. Yeah, he could join Team Cody, Orton, and Owens. Like if they set their target right onto the American Nightmare, like for the WWE Championship, well, most specifically Bo Dallas, like he'll be challenging him for the title at Clash of the Castle. But the thing is, as much as I would believe that, there's two reasons why I'm not sure if this will happen, though. Like, two reasons about this feud. Like, one, like if it's going to happen at all, like if they're going to be more of a Raw stable rather than a SmackDown stable. But and two, like even if they do become a SmackDown stable, where this will lead to, like if Uncle Howdy lose to Cody Rhodes, like that, you don't want him to lose in his first match being back. Like you should have him feuding with somebody in a non-title feud, give him the win from there. And even if they did lose to Cody Rhodes, at least they'll move on and they'll still have some momentum left in them and still continue to dominate as a heel stable. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below if you want to see a program with the Wyatt Six faction against Cody Rhodes. Like, but I don't get me wrong. This faction kind of looked like if they would make an appearance on the main event of the show of this coming Saturday's King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view. But let's move on to the next slide. But yeah, only time will tell. Like if and then there's only a matter of time we can see Uncle Howdy could be in the WWE title picture, whether it's sooner or later. Which I think, in my opinion, like regardless of a championship opportunity, I think that they should have them build the Wyatt Six faction up, including Uncle Howdy, beating every single babyface lower mid carder or even main eventers, like, and then put them in the card with the American Nightmare. That's how I see it. Like, and they should do it like around October, like around the Halloween season, for him to get a title picture, like they did with the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Like at least they put him in a program with Finn Balor. He beat him at SummerSlam, and then like in a couple of months later after that, then they put him in a feud with Seth Rollins that lasted for like the whole entire month. Like at first at Hell in a Cell, which that was a horrendous match, by the way, and with a horrendous ending. like they made both men look weak, like when they're supposed to be looking strong. But yeah, that was the Vince era. The last, like that was like the finaling. That was like the last Vince era, I guess you could say. But I'll say it's more likely a different name of the era. I've been told about this. Like from 2017 to 2020, it was a bit horrible until the pandemic kind of changed some things for the better and some of it for the worse. But anyway, just saying. But at least we got a match that made it up for it at Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel when Bray Wyatt finally won the Universal Championship. Well, let's move on to the next slide, but let me know in the comments down below. And do you think Cody Rhodes will retain if he does get that match against Uncle Howdy, or do you think Uncle Howdy's going to pull off upset? I'll say I'm agree with Sam Roberts on this. I'll say Cody Rhodes is not going to lose that championship anytime soon. Like despite like whatever situation of a program he's going to be in, like whether if it's against Uncle Howdy or any of the Wyatt Six faction or anybody else totally different from the Wyatt Six group. Let me know, yeah, but still let me know down below. But yeah, that's my opinion. What I think about this situation, but yeah, more news about Cody Rhodes is he names what's missing in his title run. The American Nightmare has been on a dream run since returning to the WWE. He has overcome some of the best in the company and is the current undisputed WWE champion. However, in an interview, the American Nightmare spoke about what is missing in his current title run as the WWE champion. Cody Rhodes finally finished his story and walked out of WWE WrestleMania 40 as the new WWE champion. He overcame Roman Reigns, which he already did. But let me rephrase that: he overcame Roman Reigns along with the rest of the bloodline in the main event of the Show of Shows, with the help of Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, John Cena, and The Undertaker. And in an interview with the Busted Open Radio, I believe, Cody Rhodes discussed his upcoming match against Logan Paul at King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, also known as a premium live event, like in Saudi Arabia. During his conversation, he spoke about his title run, missing a manager. He said, "It was nice to have that voice in your ear. It was something I missed, like when Logan and I were doing this contract signing, to see him flanked by so many people. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking for a classic wrestling manager to join me on this title run. I don't know what is or what that is, but it just felt like I wouldn't mind someone to holler the stuff that you just did. Can Cody Rhodes win the United States Championship at King and Queen of the Ring? Cody Rhodes will be going toe-to-toe against Logan Paul at the King and Queen of the Ring, PLE, in Saudi Arabia. Paul was introduced as Rhodes' opponent on an episode of Friday Night SmackDown after Backlash. The match between the two has been been pitted as a champion versus champion showdown. On last week's episode of SmackDown, though, Paul clarified the conditions of the match. He stated that the United States champion would not be on the line, and that would only be competing for the WWE Championship. Logan Paul's announcement killed the fans' hope of the American Nightmare finally winning the United States Championship and realizing his dream of becoming a Grand Slam champion in WWE, which I agree. I'll say it may be too soon for him to win the United States Championship, but at the same time, I would love to see that on the fact that he'll be a Grand Slam champion. But it seems like it won't be anytime soon at this weekend's pay-per-view or premium live event. But let me know in the comments below when you think he will win indeed the United States Championship. Even whether if it is this Saturday with Cody Rhodes trying to pull some strings of put the United States title back on the map, or we could do it like after he's done with his WWE title run, which there's no doubt that he would be, because considering what show they're going to be on. And I wouldn't put past that he could and I wouldn't put past that he could win it by going back to Monday Night Raw with the United States Championship going back to Raw, like what he tried to do when he faced Austin Theory in 2022, 2 years prior, before becoming WWE champion. But anyways, what's your thoughts on this situation? Even though, he's not going to be the United States Championship unless he pulls. Let's hope he does. And even if it is a short reign that he might be United States Champion, with Logan Paul somehow getting his rematch at WWE Clash at the Castle, which he'll finally become. Win back his United States Championship, and he'll hold that title for another 2 months until he loses LA Knight, because he don't really need to have a more lengthier reign as he did the first one, because he already established that goal, and all he needs to do now is go after for the big heavyweight championship division. And do you think that will happen after he loses the championship? And I think even if this is for the WWE Championship, I don't think he's going to win the WWE Championship. And I was thinking to myself, what is up with him getting some WWE title opportunities, even though the last one was back in 2022 in November, which was a year and 6 months ago, almost 2 years ago. By November, it will be a resounding full 2 years. But let me know in the comments down below on the matter. But let's move on to the next. But let's move on to the next news slide. We got some more news about Cody Rhodes as recounts his immediate reaction to WWE's original WrestleMania XL main event plans. When Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson made a surprise return to WWE on January 1st, 2024 episode of Monday Night Raw, he asked fans if they wanted to see him sit at the head of the table, referring to a future top tier match. The Rock, Roman Reigns in the Bloodline, arguably the hottest act in the wrestling business. The live crowd added all up. However, if if that meant The Rock was going to jump the line over Cody Rhodes, the the fans like the fans made it clear who they were backing. On the day of the Royal Rumble in January, Cody Rhodes found out that WWE was considering The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania XL. Speaking on the latest edition of the Busted Open Radio podcast, Cody Rhodes revealed that as soon as he heard the news, he made sure like nobody found out about it. He said one thing that might be revealed in the documentary, like and might put things like in the the day of the Royal Rumble, like it, Royal Rumble, and I had to leave that room ahead of like and make sure nobody knew about what could possibly happen, and probably one of the more difficult days I've ever had in the wrestling business. But also, how could you complain when you're winning the Royal Rumble? When you're pointing at the sign and over 20,000 people in Tampa was such a high, low ad, admitted I mean high at such like it was such a high and such a low, he admitted. The American Nightmare ultimately got to finish his story at the grandest stage of them all, bringing the Tribal Chiefs' 1,316-day title reign to an end. Boss told Rhodes the following night on Raw that the latter not now I mean the latter now had him to worry about have him to, and what are your thoughts onto this? And what are your thoughts onto this? And do you think WWE listened to fans of not doing the Rock versus Roman match? And do you think that that really was the original plan, or what are your thoughts on it? Or do you think this was a stunt by WWE to see the fans' reaction? What if they really did put the Rock versus Roman Reigns over Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But either way, like we finally see Cody Rhodes finish his story. He's now the champion. Like it looks like he's gonna be holding on to that title for the next 6 months to a year, and hopefully that'll be the case. And he don't lose it in seconds, and he actually lose it to somebody that's more of a worthy wrestler and champion. And then it'll be in the bigger I get at a biggest extravaganza show like a WrestleMania, if not the show itself, in order to for that person to be the one to dethrone the American Nightmare. But but we're gonna have to wait and see like who that person may be. But until then, we're gonna enjoy Cody Rhodes as WWE champion while we can before WWE has any ideas of crowning a new undisputed champion. But anyways, yeah, luckily that's not going to happen anytime soon. Also, we got Cody Rhodes have a difficult road to WrestleMania. For the second straight year, Cody Rhodes did the exact same thing, but with a twist. He won the Royal Rumble match and headlined the shows, but this time ended the night with him winning the undisputed WWE Championship to wrap around his waist, making his first world title reign in the sports entertainment giant. My bad. At the sports entertainment giant, which I thought that name died ever since the night after WrestleMania in the new Paul Triple H Levesque Renaissance era. But anyways, Rhodes elaborated on how he could not catch a break during the build up to WrestleMania 40 with with unforeseen events, including his bus catching fire, and having to be replaced entirely, making things difficult for Cody. I when him also adding on to the same interview with the Busted Open Radio, he said, I'll say this about the month leading up to WrestleMania 40. You try to create these ideal situations for yourself as an athlete. I just couldn't catch a break when it came to the ideal circumstance. I was just talking to Brandy about this morning, but my bus a few days before WrestleMania becomes a giant fireball. Out in the parking lot, I had to bring in a new bus for me. He said. The undisputed WWE champion concluded by adding that somehow there was always a feeling that things were going really. Why did it just went off? They did it right when I was in the middle of reading it. Oh, somehow, somehow there was always a feeling that things were going to fall into place, just like they did. Meanwhile, The Rock's writer Brian Gewirtz recently disclosed his plans to involve Cody's dog Pharaoh as part of the next angle. And what's your thoughts onto this? And do you think that they should add Cody Rhodes' dog involved storyline in this feud, like between the final boss and the American Nightmare? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. And also, and what are your thoughts on Cody Rhodes' bus being on fire? Like a few days before the showcase of the Immortals, yeah, I remember he posted that about, and I kind of made a joke about, like, I wonder who could have started it, but I think I went a little too far on my comment because half of people didn't found it funny. Like, and I apologize about it, by the way. It was only